After retirement from the Pistons, he decided to coach on and off for several years after that. In 1967, he became the first black assistant coach in the NBA. And in 1970, he became the first first African-American head coach in the NBA. And then in 2003, he was inducted into the National Basketball Hall of Fame. So after his basketball career, he had many jobs. He served as a police officer, school administrator, and he was even a car salesman. During that time after his basketball career, he inspired many kids. He raised money for programs for underprivileged kids in the Detroit area where he retired. He was in full effect during the civil rights movement that was going on at the time. It was in the 60s and 70s. But I want to talk about his impact on the NBA and the world in general now. So in today's NBA, 75% of the league is African American. And that's astronomical compared to when he entered just 60 years ago, that he was the only one. Without him dealing with the racism, oppression, segregation, we could not have the players that we admire today. Just imagine the NBA with no African American players today, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant. Lloyd really laid the groundwork for all of them to be in their shoes now, really. Other key people during the time, Jackie Robinson, like I said, was brought in to baseball in 1947. He was big in the sports movement and equal rights movement during the time. Martin Luther King Jr. was in the 60s when Earl Lloyd had retired and was coaching basketball. Kenny Washington was the first NFL football player around the same time, 1946. No one really knows about him either. Texas Western University. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Glory Road, but the coach there decided to put the first all-black starting lineup in the NCAA conference finals. And now I'm going to talk about where we are now. So we've moved so far from discrimination and racism. However, we haven't really achieved equality yet. Racism is still a huge problem in our society. And but with people like Earl Lloyd and Jackie Robinson and Martin Luther King, it's really helped us get to where we are. But hopefully we continue to just move forward and one day finally do away with it completely.